It is earnings season, and one of the big ones today was Starbucks, down 16% on bad earnings. I think people are probably getting sick of their $7 coffees.
As they should.
Which is kind of a reason we started this entire show. Coffees were getting ridiculously overpriced. I think the market kind of realized that now, and we've been investing all of our coffee money, so.
That's true.
I like that we're investing it versus spending it, and I think people are kind of realizing that as well. So the Federal Reserve also came out today, kept interest rates the same. So if you're looking to buy a house, I don't know if you are or not, but probably your rates are gonna be staying the same till about, my guess would be November of this year. So that tends to make the market a pretty wild thing on these days. I think Jill saw that today. Market was down, then way up, and then by the close, it was way down again.
Yes, he asked me at some point today, I was like, oh, everything's doing so bad. And then I opened my app, I'm like, oh, wait, I'm green. And then after market, I'm like, wait, I'm red. It's a roller coaster of emotions.
So it was definitely a wild week. So last week, Jill finally crossed $1,000. She was sitting at $1,062 or so plus 2%. Last week I was at $951.30, down about 9.5%. So what did you do this week?
I actually used one of my sells. Ooh. So if you remember, I think it was last week, I tried to sell Lulu and failed.
Yes.
And I took it as a sign. Well, all week I watched it and it did not give me any signs that I should not try again. So I tried again and I made sure I sold it. So Lulu is gone. I recouped $46 of my $50. So I used that $46 and I invested in something I already had. It is
Amazon?
No, I did not buy in more Amazon, although it crossed my mind because I freaking love Amazon. I bought my third highest overall return in my portfolio. Any guesses what my third highest?
I think Amazon's your first, which it's weird that I know this, but I think Amazon's your first. Sprouts is probably your second. Third is, I don't know.
It's Shark Ninja. And I do like the 3-month graph of Shark Ninja. Right. It is just doing this.
Hopefully it doesn't do this.
I hope it does not do that.
Earnings.
And then my actual $50 buy,
for the week.
So my new buy for the week was Spotify.
Oh, I remember telling you about that last week.
Yes.
So I know that they actually did pretty good on earnings, so.
I use Spotify literally all day, every day, working out, driving.
And I think you've been a subscriber for like 13 years.
Oh my gosh, forever. How I'm not invested in this already is kind of blowing my mind, yeah. So we are invested in Spotify. However, it was green.
I'm not, you are.
Yes, I am. It is aftermarket though. As I said, my aftermarket tanked. So I think I'm down 0.02 cents. 0.02 cents.
It's only a week. Unless it does what Lulu does, I think you'll probably be okay.
Yeah.
I actually did a lot this week too. I sold, what did I sell? I sold Roblox. Because the metaverse stuff has not been doing well. I think it's still way out there, so I think I took a loss on Roblox. I rotated the Roblox money into, what do you think I bought actually with that money?
New or?
New.
I don't know.
Home Depot.
Oh.
So
okay.
I've gone to Home Depot like 3 times in like the last week. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy Home Depot. And I noticed they're not doing the greatest because of interest rates. And a lot of that cycles through with real estate. When people buy houses, they go to Home Depot to buy new stuff and paint and fix it and do it all that. So it's been kind of an ugly year for that. So I think if interest rates actually do meaningfully change in the next year, that'll actually have a decent move. So I don't think I'll sell that for a while, even if it goes lower. With that, I also bought a very random one, and I bought it based off of the trading aspect and everything I know, not for any other reason other than the chart that I saw. I bought Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment. So you remember those old books for Chicken Soup for the Soul?
Wow.
So I bought that on, I think it was Monday. It is already my best performing asset.
Wow.
So I think it's up 28% or something like that. I'll put it on the screen on our portfolios.
What are they doing? I haven't heard this name since decades.
They are approaching bankruptcy more than likely, but the stock was at 27 cents a share.
Why would approaching bankruptcy make this a good buy?
Because sometimes people short sell the stock, and if there's ever anything meaningfully positive, and there hasn't been any news on it, it's just been market action where it went from 17 cents to 42 cents intraday one day, and then it came back and settled at about 25, 26. But some of the craziest moves I've ever seen are when companies are approaching bankruptcy. Like Carvana was $3 a share in like December of 2022, and it went up to, I think it was like 60 bucks.
Wow.
So when companies are really close to like on the verge of losing money and losing it all, they can have some of the craziest moves. So I don't know what it'll do. It's purely a trade. Eventually probably have to use my sell on it, but we'll see. I kind of took the hard risk to catch up to you with it. So if it makes any meaningful move in the next few weeks, I could just come up and be like, hey babe, I'm ahead of you, so.
That would be a sad day for me.
It might be. So overall, the portfolios stand at Jill is at $1,128.89, up 2.63%, and the percentages are moving lower as far as the more money we put in. So it's getting closer and closer to like less, but I think with the market just kind of going back to a little bit where it was at the beginning of the year, that's why our numbers are getting closer to zero. And mine is kind of doing the same thing, but opposite, because if I'm down and I keep putting money in, it's gonna pull me up with it, so.
It's all relative.
Yes. Either way, it's the same amount of money unless we do double shots on the week. You're still ahead by quite a bit. I am currently at $1,009.68, so we're both in the 4 comma club, and it's only been, what, 4 months? So we are actually in May. So in 4 months, coffee money is now $1,000. So we'll see where this goes. I am down 8.21% as well. So any questions that you have this week to cap it off?
8% for the week?
Overall.
Or for total?
Overall.
Okay. I have a question. How do I find companies that might be approaching bankruptcy?
Well, I don't want you to necessarily do that because they usually do go bankrupt and then you lose. So they're for trading, not necessarily for investing, because they're really risky.
Okay.
So unless you kind of know what you're doing, most of the time they're headed for bankruptcy for a reason, and if you just buy it and forget about it, you're gonna lose it all.
Okay. I like to invest. I like to invest in things I like.
Yes.
Hence Spotify and Amazon and Sprouts.
And I don't think any of those are going anywhere.
Nope. You know what I'm actually really shocked that's doing remarkably terrible, and I really thought when I bought it, it would be a consistent top performer?
Apple?
No, actually. I've given up all dreams on Apple. I'm not gonna sell it, but I have given up on my dreams.
Apple's made a lot of mistakes. The headset that they came out with, I think they're lowering prices, they're cutting back.
Yeah.
Selling it's just not something people want, and when it's a $3,000 item, you price out everybody.
Isn't like the case is like $300?
I think the white case, yeah. But.
Costco.
Yeah, I can see that.
Costco is not doing well. I really like Costco, and I really felt it would be one of those just staple. So I'm not selling it, but.
I guess we'll have to see where earnings is. Because we just renewed our Costco membership after like 4 years, so.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out. Anyways, check back next week, see where we're at.
Yep.